Gay white men tend to be more forthcoming about their sexuality with family and friends. The down low phenomenon is less prevalent. A higher percentage of white men come from stronger family structures and more traditional gender roles, where the man seeks to take care of the woman. In white culture, education is valued and accepted. Thus, white men have no problem dating educated women with advanced degrees. It is impressive rather than intimidating. For whatever reason, white men just don't have children sprinkled all over the world like black men. And if they do, most of them were married to the mother at some point. They may listen to rap music, but they are smart enough not to act it out. The thug life is not something to be aspired. White men have a firmer grasp on what really defines manhood. Black people, especially men, are always trying to shine, often spending more money than they have. White men tend to be more educated in the area of finance with a greater understanding of retirement planning and savings. I wonder why white people can date the friends of exes and so on. It's because they don't let the past hinder the present. They have no problem turning a hoe into a housewife. White men are more secure. What black men see as threatening is what makes a great wife and business partner. Okay, so that was a slideshow of an article that hit the internet a few weeks back. Um, where to begin? So let me just first say that even though that was a big pile of ignorance, it definitely had some truths. Well, I'll say it had some possible truths for a specific group of people. Not everybody is going to relate to that bullshit. I'm sorry. Not all black women are going to sit around and say those terrible things about black men. I'm personally one of them. But for some women, these are their experiences. So I'm not going to discredit the entire article. I'm just going to say for me, it was a big pile of bullshit. And that's just for me personally. If it touched you in some kind of way, that's good for you. But I think collectively as a whole, it was entertainment for me. I laughed a few times. So with that being said, I have to move along to the bigger problem with this article and the slideshow segment that you guys just witnessed. I'm confused as to why we as black people find it necessary to shit on each other, especially when there's so much shitting on each other happening and coming from all different sides. That makes no sense to me. And as a black woman, I'm a little offended. I am a little offended by it because what stuff like this is doing is setting a precedent that encourages and cosigns and perpetuates these negative connotations of our people. And most importantly, our men. Let's be honest, men, our black men are our foundation. I mean, without them, there is no us, and vice versa. And I find it a little disheartening to see so many black women ready to throw our men under the bus. It bothers me. And a lot of people think that I beat up on black women, and I don't. I'm just so sick of hearing all the bullshit that they have to say about our men, but fail to put a mirror in front of themselves and say, hey, there's a possibility that I have a lot to do with the actions or inactions of black men, or definitely the black men that I choose to entangle myself with. So that is a problem for me. And seeing this article, it's just stupid. I can name you 8 reasons why not to date a white man. I really could. I mean, I'm not going to use my brain cells to think of such dumbass lists, but I genuinely could do it. Does that make it valid for not dating a white guy? Of course not. First of all, you should be dating somebody. And then let me just say, I'm not the biggest advocate for interracial relationships. I mean, if it wasn't for one, I really wouldn't be here. So I guess I kind of am a walking poster sign for them. But at the end of the day, I love the whole black love thing. But there are some white guys that I would date. I have a very good white friend. I have a few white friends that one particularly that I love to death, and I would consider dating him. I genuinely would. But Would I rather be in a black relationship? Of course. There's nothing sexier than a black man to me. And to sit around and think of bullshit reasons as to why not to date one, I think is just dumb as hell. I mean, you don't see white people coming up with articles talking about, white people. You don't see Asian people coming up with articles talking about why not to date an Asian man, or Arab people, coming up with reasons why not to marry an Arab man. I mean, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Every race have people that we are embarrassed by, but we don't have to put them on Front Street. The problem with black people is that our bullshit is in the main. It's exhibited on all fronts: media, radio, I mean, everywhere, YouTube. I mean, we're everywhere being ignorant, and that's the problem. White people don't do exposés on white trailer trash. I mean, they just don't do it. And if they do, it's for entertainment purposes, period. You don't have young white girls and boys aspiring to be, video hoes and things like that. You don't have that. You know why? Because they don't glamorize it. They make fun of it. We, on the other hand, make shit look cool. Oh, yeah. It's totally awesome to have a low IQ and drop out of high school and become rappers and you can barely spell. Like, this is something that, we advocate for. At least this is what our children think we advocate for, because this is always on the front of our entertainment value. Like, we don't say this is just music. We say, I want to be like Lil Wayne. Let me go out and see how many baby mamas I can rack up in a year, because Lil Wayne did it. It's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm so sick of seeing black women and black men beat up on each other. Like, I'm just so sick of it. And you guys should be sick of it too. Like, let's just stop the madness. Let's just say we're no longer going to be a part of this vicious cycle. Let's just stop it. I mean, I would like to stop it. Wouldn't you guys? I don't know. What do you think about this dumbass article? Apparently, stupidity sells. So I'd love to hear you guys' comments and feedback on it. Be sure to leave you guys' comments and feedback on this video. Share it on your profiles, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah.